Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten, and today I am working on my conversion project. This is going to be a regular, hopefully weekly thing, so that I can start promoting the hashtag DIY DP event, which happens twice a year. So today it is December the 30th. So this will be the last chance for me to work on this before the new year. So I wanted to try and get a little bit of this done. So what do I have on my desk today? I do have my gridded blank canvas. This is for square drills. I also have my pattern, which is on Pattern Keeper. So if I just show you, this is what I'm working on. This is the stained glass Lord of the Rings it's a cross stitch pattern from Etsy. I cannot remember the name of the shop, so I do apologise. I am working in 4 sections. I am currently around about here because I needed 2 large canvases and 2 smaller ones. I've lost the canvases for the 2 smaller bits, so I'm going to have to reorder that, but that's what I'm working on. And if I open my chart, I have already selected a 3x3 section, and I work in a 3x3 because it fits nicely on the screen and gives me a good size chart to work with, because I need to use my lovely fat pudgy fingers to mark them off as we go. I am also using the limited edition XL tray for November. There are still a handful, literally 5 of each. I have them available in the XL and the standard, and you can have those blinged up, or you can have it in the mini, which you cannot bling up. So I'm using those. I'm just going to move my camera slightly. I've had a little bit of a play around. I'm also using one of my soft grip polymer clay pens. They're foam polymer clay. I have got a 6 placer and a single placer, and of course I have my spare drills. I am predominantly using spare drills, but I have brought some to keep me going for the event. So I think I've got everything ready. Why don't you grab your project, or even another diamond painting project if you just want to use this as a whip, and join me while I work on my project. Let me get ready and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to prep this. I'm going to hope, honestly, I've been sat here for the last few days, and where my thank you stickers are, they're sort of hanging down, and the last few days it's right where my coffee cup is. I need to move them, I need to roll them up, and I haven't, and you guessed it, they've just gone in my coffee. So let's move that and put that back in. Oh my word, I'm just knocking everything off now. So the issue I've got is, because I am right at the top of this canvas, I've got no way of securing it to my desk. So I've literally got it folded over on this side. It will not affect. Let's move that, and I'll put my coffee back there now that I don't have stickers hanging down. I do have a cup of coffee, so please make sure that you have got your drink and your snacks to hand. So I'm going to put this up on here just to give me a little bit of a view. So one of my tips is, if you are using an app like this, is to try and line it up as best as you can with the section you're doing. Now I prefer to do a 3x3 square, because that gives me 900 drills, which I think it is, you know, it's a good amount. It can take me a good hour and a half to do that. So I will say before we set off that I probably won't get all of this section done on this video, but I'll get some of it done. And I wanted to talk today about how I work in individual squares. So it does vary, I'm not going to lie. One of the biggest tips, actually before I go into that, if you hear any noise, dogs, husband, mum, you know, blah, blah, blah. I do apologise. I am in the sunroom, which means that they do need to walk through to get to the garden and into the garage, etc. And I know hubby has got some car parts that he's going to be fitting today, I think. So please bear with me. Right, that's that out of the way. So what I'm going to do, I work in a variety of ways. So sometimes I will, she says, I can't even get them to show up. Sometimes I will work from the least amount up to the highest amount, and that is generally how I work when I'm working on my conversion, because it's a lot easier to plot those small amounts onto a blank canvas. When you then start getting more colours on, it gets a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to explain how this works. So we have our 3x3 section there, and down the side here we have every single colour that is in your pattern. Now you can work a number of ways. You can get your thing up and you can click on 211. It will show you if there are any of those colours in the way, and this is a nice way, I think, of plotting, because you can go through any that are very big. I mean, we've got one solitary 310, so while I'm showing you, we might as well plot it. So I know that it is 5 across, 1 2 3 4 5, and it's 6, and it's 2 down. So I've plotted that one because here we can see it's 310, 310, and the symbol, there's the symbol. We've got it highlighted, so what we need to do is need to change it to the pen, and we need to swipe over and click yes, and that will plot it. I have mine set up that it will show it as a solid colour. You do have options. You can show it as a see-through number. I just prefer. So you can do that. You can go through one by one, which is quite handy if, like me, you like to work by DMC. However, oh, I might as well do that one, look, because we've got one. So that is 414. So let's put those back. And yes, I am aware that using an XL tray when you're tapping out one drill is not necessary. Actually, I might switch it to a standard, because I'm not going to need. So let's switch that out. So I'm going to pull out my standard tray. I have got trays where it's buggered up for whatever reason. Oh, I don't even know if I can use that. I haven't even took the excess bits out. Let's work with it. It's fine. I'm going to take the stopper out because I don't actually need the stopper. As you can see, if you look, there's little undone bits in here where I haven't took them out. For what I'm using it for, it won't matter. So I'm then going to highlight that 414 and pop that on. So you can work that way. It is quite a nice way of seeing where your small amounts are. So let's go with that. And the premise is, if you get your small amounts plotted when you've got the space on here, then at the end you will be left with a couple of larger colours. And if you do the second to last one, you're then left with a very easy to fill section where you've got lots of one colour and you can just sit and just fill the whole thing in. So that's what we're going to do today. I am going to bring my light over somewhat because the lighting is not great. I do have multiple colours in here, but I'm just going to go with what I've got the most of, or the closest colour at the minute. So I'm going to go across and I'm going to plot where that drill goes. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it's down 2. So it should be on a line with that one. I'm going to tick that because I've marked it off. And then this one's a little bit easier because I've got the 10 line is darker, so I know that that is the 10th in that corner, and this will make up the 100 drill squares, because that's what you're working on. 100 drills, a 9x9 section, sorry, a 3x3 section, which is 900. Why are you not highlighting? I do have to point out I've got stupidly long nails at the minute because I did them for Christmas, so it's not the best, but I'm not back at work yet, so I'm not ready to take them off. So let's do that. We've got none in that one, so we're then going to go to this one, like so. I started doing a cross stitch conversion because very early on I was introduced by Rebecca at Admiral Zest to working using your spare drills. So I started keeping my spare drills quite early on because I don't like wasting them. And this was a way of using up those spare square drills. Now I do have a use for round drills, especially ABs. I can use them in the trays, which works very well. 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, lots of counting. There we go, and that's that colour done. But yeah, for square drills, I wanted to be able to use them up because you get so many left over, and when they're such beautiful drills like the ones Diamond Art Club do, you want to be able to use them up. So this was a way of using those square drills, and it also opened up a whole range of diamond painting patterns that I wouldn't have access to. Now, Heaven and Earth for me is probably the best company because it is licensed artwork still, and that's quite important. And I do have a couple of Heaven and Earth canvases waiting in the wings. So I'm now just continuing going through here to find these small amounts. Nothing so far. There we go, 613. Let's do those. So I do have a couple of patterns from them, and I like them because they do chart them. They hand chart them as well, so that helps. It is quite important for me for licensing. However, I can't stop doing this one when I'm already halfway through it. So right, so this next one, I've got 7 in a row. I am going to try, I've got 6. I know that it's 3 below, so it's 2 over and it's 3 below, so it should be there, and then 1 on top. So yes, you can still multi-place. It is possible. I prefer, the only reason I use an XL tray is I just prefer the size of it. But you can use, I mean, especially the mini is perfect, especially if you've got quite a confetti painting. Now you might be watching this and you might be brand new to all of this stuff. You might be brand new to diamond painting. You might be brand new to conversions. So when we say a conversion, we literally just mean that we have taken a cross stitch pattern, a full drill cross stitch pattern. It doesn't work if you've got patterns that have got half drills or back stitching. But certainly if you've got a full drill cross stitch, a full stitch cross stitch pattern, you can convert it using an app like this to make a diamond painting. The things you need to be aware of is to get your pattern onto canvas or paper, whichever form you prefer, you're going to times the amount of stitches by 4 or divide by 0.25, which means these items, they get quite big. So don't go for something crazily big to start with. Choose something small, because believe me, it's going to be a lot bigger than you think. So there's a lot of those, none of those, none of those, none of those. So no greens in this bit. There we go, 729. Let's do that one. So don't go for anything too crazy for your first one. The other thing is that some people do conversions using everything brand new. So they will order all of the drills for their conversion so that they've got the same drills, the same quality across the diamond painting. I don't fuss too much on that because I am a big fan of recycling. I just want to use as much as possible of what I've already got. And it does mean that I have drills that are of a variety of straightness, quality, should we say. The majority of my spare drills now are either Diamond Art Club or I've got them from Silver. I order larger amounts sometimes just to keep me going, because obviously I do this for the event that's twice a year. So every time we get to before the event, I just have a look at what I've got. When I am kitting down square drill diamond paintings, I will automatically put any spares that I need for this in here first, and I will then have a look at what I've got left. But it doesn't faze me. 1 2 3 4, I'm just counting. 1 2 3. This is why, oh, that didn't want to stick. What have we got? We've got a bit of oh, I've got a bit of plastic on there. Right, let's get that off. This happens. I had an absolute nightmare cutting the line for this one, because I just cut it off and put my cover papers in, but it's not very straight, so I apologise. I knew it was, because it was slippery. It shouldn't be slippery. What was I saying? Right, so that goes there. That one needs to come down a bit. It should be in line with that one. Yes. So I do have a mix of drills, and I do mix DMC numbers, shades. I don't always, I mean, I'd colour match them if they were completely the wrong colour, but if they're similar colours, I very often don't. And what I do is I just work in this section. So whatever I've got in my tray, I pick whatever I have that is A, the closest colour match, and B, I've got the most of. Hope that makes sense. Please do ask questions below if you are not sure, and I will answer them. Going to take a quick break because hubby's back and he's got me some blister plasters. I'll explain about that in a minute. No idea what I was saying. No idea what I was saying. So yes, I tend to keep different shades. You will very often see that I've got multiple shades in here, but I don't sweat it. If I keep it to this section, it means that I've not got areas where it's a mix. It really, especially if you're doing a confetti painting, it really does not make that much difference, honestly. What does make a difference is when you haven't prepped your tray properly. So let's get my next colour. 739. I think these are all the same colour because I ordered these ones in. I was just saying to hubby that I need to get back into my room. There's a long story behind that one as well. So I'm going to make sure I've got enough here, because I have got a nice long stand here that I can pick up. So one there, and then all the way to the bottom. So let's go over what's been happening the last few days. So as you may know, I finished DIY DP 24 in November, and I said I'm going to have a little bit of a break just to enjoy diamond painting. I'm going to take a little bit of a social media break. So I have. I haven't really been on any social media. I did film a video yesterday which I put up, so I was hoping to use this time off to get ahead a little bit, because you know, that's half the problem with what I've got. You know, I struggle with my planning. However, one of my lovely clients from my other job gave me a 2024 diary, desk diary, so it's quite big. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start putting in my time, just like I would if I was doing someone's nails, just like I would if I was working the other job. I am going to make time to do the videos and to do a live now and again, because I do like the lives. No, 747, 780 we've got a handful of. Let's do those. So that's what I'm going to do. But things that I have been doing over the Christmas period. We had a very quiet Christmas. My eldest is back with me at the moment. And what started off as him making his gravy, because he makes an amazing gravy from scratch, ended up with him cooking the whole Christmas dinner, which I'm not sorry about. It was quite nice to not have to do it, but he is back with us, so it means that currently he is in my snug, my craft room. If you want to know what a snug is, if you're in the States and you don't know, it's like it's a craft room basically. It's where everything happens. But because it's quite cold, I didn't want to put him out in the cabin. However, he will be going out there. We're going to get New Year out of the way. We have a particularly cold break coming, I believe. So I'm going to wait until that's done, and then I'm going to move my desk back into my room, and then I'm just going to get him out pretty much. But we've had quite a quiet Christmas. It's been very, very laid back and chilled. Get that one in there and highlight that one. 781. We've only got a few of those, so we'll do that colour as well. So yes, we did that Christmas Day. So Christmas Day we had dinner. Me and Ashley had a Christmas Day nap, as you do, and then we played a game in the evening, a game or two. So it's quite quiet. 781. That one. So yeah, we were playing a game called Payday Christmas Day. We normally play Monopoly, but we decided to change it up this year. So if you can see, I have two colours in here at the minute. It says that my colour is actually a darker one, so I've got plenty of these darker ones. That's what I'm going to go for. So that's how my thought process works. So yeah, we did that, and then Boxing Day, I did a buffet type thing. Sent Ashley off about 3 o'clock to go and pick up my daughter, her partner, and my granddaughter, because we would normally get together on Boxing Day, and we exchanged presents. My eldest was with us, but normally it would be him and his partner and her children. And of course that was different this year. So that was a bit harder for him, bless him. So we had a bit of a quiet one, and the plan is that they were going to be going home. But granddaughter was having such good fun that her mum then went, "Oh, I can't make her." And I said, "Well, I did say you could stay overnight. You know, we have got the sofa bed." But her partner was like, "Yeah, I want to get back because I want to speak to my cousin. You know, it's Christmas and da-da-da." So we came up with a plan. We took my daughter and my son-in-law home. We left my granddaughter here. And then we picked up some clothes. And then my daughter and granddaughter stayed overnight. So that was nice. Had to pause it again because Ashley came in, and I know some of you know Ashley from when I do the live, right? But when I'm on my own and I'm just sitting and talking, I get really self-conscious. When I'm doing the live, because I'm normally on the live and we're talking there and then, it doesn't bother me so much. But when I'm just sitting here talking to myself, I hate it when he comes through. So I had to pause to let him come through. He's gone in the garage now, so hopefully we won't get too many. But this is what I mean. I need my room back. Because at the minute, filming is just so awkward. And it doesn't matter that you will say, you know, I'll say to them, I'm filming. And they'll go, okay, we won't come in. And then they do anyway. Drives me mad. But anyway, so day after Boxing Day, I don't think we did anything, but the day after that I was going a little bit stir crazy, and Ashley brought me a beautiful pair of purple, pink and yellow flowery Doc Martin boots. So I said to him, right, let's go for a walk. And I did say we can't go too far because they're new boots and I will end up with blisters. because I couldn't put thick socks on with them because I couldn't get the boots on. So I could only put thinner socks on. And off we went. So we went for a walk in a wood, which isn't too far from us. I'd actually gone there with one of the Circle sisters and absolutely loved it. It's beautiful wood. I didn't realise until we went that it incorporates the oldest bit of unclaimed fenland left in the UK. There is a point in the wood that is 2.5 kilometres below sea level. This will explain why it's called the Fens. So where we live, it used to be an island surrounded by a mere, which is like bogland, marshland, that sort of thing. So we're very low down, and because we're so low below sea level, when it's wet, it gets really boggy. It really does. You get a lot of mist, a lot of high wind. It's very, very flat. A lot of the farmland around us, and even the housing estates now, are reclaimed land. So if there's a massive tsunami, we're buggered, basically. So where you've got the higher pieces of land, you've got a lot of clay, which means that water sits on the top of it. And where you've got the fen land, it's almost like a peat, so it holds on to water. Anywho, completely went off on a tangent. There we are having this beautiful walk around the wood, and I was talking to my husband and just saying, I just need to do this. We've been in all Christmas, you know, we haven't done anything major because our eldest is here and he's not, you know, having the best time. The youngest is, you know, hidden away in a room most of the time anyway. Although I did kick her out. Christmas Day, I told her she had to move out because she was slamming me with some Uno cards. I was not happy. So I did actually say that I was kicking her out. But anyway, we had this beautiful walk, and then Ashley had sort of said, you know, the dogs were, I was enjoying, it wasn't sunny or anything, it was actually quite misty, but I was quite enjoying walking through the woods and the trees. And, you know, I stopped and hugged an oak because that's the sort of thing that I do. And I was really enjoying being out in nature. And then he said, oh, right, do you want to go this way or do you want to go back the way we've come? Now, we'd walked quite far, and I sort of said to him, I really don't want to walk all that way back again because I've got these boots on and they're rubbing. I can feel that they're rubbing, so I'm going to have some blisters. And he was like, no, we'll go this way. So anyway, by the time we got anywhere near being near the car, I knew my heels were raw. I could feel it was so painful. So we stopped for a minute, and it's purely because Doc Martens are leather, so they do take some wearing in. We got these, or my husband got them, from Vinted. So, but they hadn't been worn in. They'd got barely any wear on them. So I knew they were going to hurt. They always do. And it's normally a couple of times of doing this and then they're better. Let me just let the dog out. And yeah, we got to the car. Come on in then. Good girl. So it's this storm. Wanting to come in. We got to the car and I literally ripped these boots off. So on one heel I have an intact blister, but on the other it had rubbed off completely. It is so painful, it's ridiculous. And being the stupid household we are, do I have any blister plasters? No, we don't. Do I have any plasters? No, we do not. The first night it was very sore because obviously I can't put any weight on it. I can't put normal shoes on. And my poor husband is like, I am so sorry. And I'm like, why are you apologising? It is not your fault. I knew that they were going to rub. I was prepared for it. I just didn't expect to walk quite that far. Anyway, the upshot is it is now day 30. It is day 30. It is now the 30th of December, and where we would have probably ventured out somewhere to go pop round the shops and see what's on sale, we've not been able to do so because I can't put shoes on. I can't even put socks on. So the highlight of my day today was my darling hubby going out and buying me blister plasters. That's how we roll. So currently I'm in pain, but you know, got to roll with it, yeah. But it's been very quiet. I have been adamant on having a complete break from my phone. It has been basically urgent only, because I wanted to spend time with my hubby. I think last year, I think it started with my dad passing away. I'm not gonna lie, that triggered the whole thing. I am making incredible progress with my spiritual side, and I'm happier in that respect than I have been for a long time. But we've had some consequences. There are consequences when you make major changes like that in your life, because it doesn't just affect you, does it? It affects everything. And you know, me and Ashley have struggled slightly. He's obviously struggling with my newfound confidence. I mean, God, I gave up smoking, which I've done for years, and I always thought it would be absolutely horrendous. I am so proud of myself, because not only am I smoke free, I am also vape free. This is where, why don't you want to work? This is where I struggle, because my nails are too long. Anyway, I sit here and I'm, you know, a year on of not smoking. I have had a fabulous break. It isn't over yet. I don't go back to work until Thursday. And even when I go back to work Thursday, I've only got 4 jobs and 2 days of work. And I am off again for another 4 days. So I am making the most of it. I am loving filming what I want to film. I am loving filming when I want to film. And I fully intend I'm going to be doing a little video a bit later, just updating dates and stuff in my tracker. So it won't be an exciting video. There's no whip, there's no unboxing, nothing like that. But I will be going through my tracker and updating the figures that I've got in there. Because I've got dates missing, and that's where YouTube comes in handy. Because very often I will do a video and I'll say, oh, I started this 2 days ago, and then I can get the date. So let's hope. So I will be doing that as well, but I will be also sitting and just planning, you know, what days am I going to film on, what days am I going to go live on, am I going to make it a regular thing, is it going to be an ad hoc thing? I think with the lives it will be an ad hoc thing, because the problem with the lives is I love doing them. I absolutely love doing a live. I really do. Having the interaction with my subscribers in real time is so important to me, but it is on my day off. A Monday night is the best time for me to do that, because I'm off work anyway, but it's also the day that I do orders and stuff, so it can be busy. So I'm not going to sit and promise that I'm going to go live every single Monday. I'm just going to say that I'm going to try. And I know that's difficult. I know it's hard for people if you don't have a set. Oh, there's quite a few of those, so let's leave those for a minute. Let's do those ones, 842. I know it's quite difficult, because you as subscribers are like, well, you know, I watch this person and they go live on this day. I watch this person, they've got videos on this day. So I know it does make it more difficult, but I can only work with what I've got. And, you know, I don't say it a lot. I'm quite a positive person, but I have, you know, I will have days where I can get more done than others. And I will have days where I say I'm going to be okay, and then actually I'm not. You know, I'm human. And unfortunately, although I want YouTube to be as... Why does that feel so slippery? Although I would hope to have get as many videos done as I can, I am very aware that, you know, I'm working a couple of jobs. I'm trying to get everything done around that. Plus I've got a family. So it, you know, it does have some bearing. But if I can get them in the diary, if I can give them as much importance in the diary as I do other things, you know, it should work. And I quite like organising. So I'm hoping. Should have picked a better tray. I'm hoping to get plenty done. Right, none of those. None of those. None of those. Oh, 920 we've got a few of. So yeah, I'm working at the minute in pretty much DMC order. I'm just doing the smaller amounts first. I'm just picking out the smaller amounts first and getting those in. Because once we start getting this built up, it will then get harder, because then you'll be looking for the spaces. You'll be looking for the pattern of the spaces.
Oh, I can't see.
What?
Can't see shit.
Can't you? That was just on camera.
Sorry.
I've been telling him all day to stop saying sorry for stuff that isn't his fault, but that was his fault. So I apologise, YouTube, for the swear word.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't catch me out on it. It'll be fine. And then sticks his tongue out at me as he's going, he's such a child. So we've got quite a few of those, quite a few of those. 938 I'm going to do because there's not too many. So yeah, I want to do a little video just on, I know it's not the most interesting thing, but I love an organisation video. I do. So I just thought I can do a little video on updating my tracker. And I also, the other thing I want to do is, in a lot of cases, I have put the stickers in, and especially in the new ones, it tells you on the sticker how many colours, I think. But I don't have that information on all of them. So I want to go through and find all of the relevant information for all of my current kitted up kits and my stash. Because I should know that. I should know. Because it makes a difference. Like when I'm looking through for something to kit up, I need to know how many colours it is because of what storage I've got left. I've actually only got 8 kitted up that I'm not working on at the minute. So we've got some room to do some kitting ups. Yes. Don't have to ask me twice. You know it's my favourite thing. So yes, so plans moving forward this week. New Year's Eve, I will pop over and see my granddaughter, but we won't be doing anything major. We will stay up, we will watch the new year come in. We will then have a roast dinner on the 1st. And then on the 2nd, everything is back to normal. And I've got to go to bloody work. But it's fine. I had some fabulous cards and presents from clients this year. And although it isn't the best paying job in the world, I still stick by it that it was a good move. I love the fact. Right, there's some of those. There's only those. So I'm going to fill those in. I love the fact that I'm left alone a lot of the time. Now, if you look, this is the other good thing about Pattern Keeper. And if you're new and you're like, God, this woman flits from subject to subject, I apologise. It's just the way I work. So at the top here, you will see this number. This is the number of drills I actually need in that colour. Now, what I've just poured in there is all that I have. Okay, currently. I don't know if I've got any others in here. I have a backup bag. Have we got any 972s? No. Nope. Nine, 2, 1. So definitely not. So I will need, if I'm going to carry on, I need to get an injection of those oranges. I don't know if I've got any in this kit. 9, 7, 2. No, I don't. I don't even have any in Brookside Retreat. So I'm either going to have to source some from somewhere, or I'm going to have to order some. For me, I order from Silver. They're very, very good drills. They are very good quality. And she's very, very quick. If you're in the UK, she's very, very quick. So that's my... that's where I would go. I wouldn't go to Silver if I wanted all of the drills for a conversion. I would probably go AliExpress for that, just because you can get them much cheaper. But for small amounts here and there, Silver. Glow in the dark, Silver. ABs, Silver. Just saying. Right, so because I've got those in that section, I'm just going to click on there. I'm going to select all unfinished highlighted in that set. So you just click on it and wait, and then we just fill it in like that. Makes it a bit quicker. So yes, as you can see, this is all I've got of 972. I need 2,535 still, so I've got a way to go. I need some more drills. I'm not going to worry just yet. Not going to worry just yet. Like I said, Silver are fast, so I could go on there today and I could order from Silver and they'd probably be here on Wednesday. It's Monday, by the way. 996, no. 3021, no. 3024, no. So we're getting there. So there's quite a lot of those. Hardly any of those. So let's do those. 3047. Now I'm nearly at the end. So we can then start by going on here and seeing where we get up to. So yeah, if I can get ahead a little bit and get some videos done, and then I'm going to plan ahead. And I had a good long conversation with Penny just before Christmas, and you know, she gave me a bit of a kick up the butt, and she kind of said, you need to stop finishing work, coming home and going to bed. You know, you need to come home, get that video done first, and then you can go to bed. And she's right. I just need to be more focused. So that is me. That is what you can expect from Kitten Up Kitten this next year. Now, obviously, because I'm so bloody changeable and I do this all the time, I had said last year that I was no longer going to be doing the event twice a year. And some of the reason for that is because in May, we always go away in the caravan. So there is a chance that DIY DP Spring 25, part of it could be done from the caravan. I've done it before. It's nothing new. I have done it before, so I know I can do it. I even have a little camera mount that I take with me. I mean, it's rickety as hell. It's not the greatest, but I can film from the caravan. I have taken my camera mount with me before, so I can do that. We shall just see. But it just means I've got a plan, that's all. I just need to plan ahead, get some videos done before I go, you know. Not the end of the world, is it? So I will be doing that. So this next year, I am hoping to be more organised, more focused, more productive. Because one day, in the far future, neither me nor Ashley want to be working regular jobs until we're 67. It's ridiculous. Like, you know, my health wouldn't do it anyway. So this is a way of me getting to a point where I can work from home fully contained. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go. But it's doable. It is doable. So I need to get myself into a mindset where I am focused, I am regular, I am reliable. And I haven't always been that. And I know you'll all sit there and you'll go, Sam, don't be so hard on yourself. We appreciate what you do. And I am grateful for that. I am grateful for you. But it doesn't make me feel good. I need to make me feel good, and I can do that by planning ahead. I am going to switch my tray out because I have got some larger amounts coming up and I can multi-place very easily. So I think that's it. What a fabulous year it's been though, really. I mean, take out my dad, you know. It's going to take me a long while to get over that, I think. But also just the fact that, what is this one up here? Right, let's do that. 3, 6, 8, 7. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending the next, you know, few years now just building this up. Of course, there will be a limited edition tray each time we do the event. So like I said, the one in May will be called DIY DP Spring 25, and the one in November will be called DIY DP Winter 25. See what I did? And then we just change the year each year. So next couple of years for me will be spent focusing on building subscriptions, looking at ways of getting that count up a bit higher, looking at ways that I can give more to you guys as well, because that's quite important to me. I want to be able to give more. So this is your opportunity to tell me how you'd want it to go. What would you like to see? What would you like me to do? Now, can I please say that things like voting for the next canvas, etc., I will continue to do because they work. I know you guys enjoy that. Now, I will say, please don't suggest voting for my next purchases from Diamond Art Club. It will not work. And the reason it won't work, oh, none of those. So we're now down to big colours. The reason none of those will work is because things go out of stock and in stock and all that so quickly and easily. I'm just trying to find ones that I haven't got masses of. Why can't, there we go. There's quite a few still. Oh, there's one I haven't got masses of. There we go, 451. Yeah, so please don't say that. It's too difficult to be able to work on that quickly, so that won't work. I will keep the votes in for the next canvas I work on. I really enjoy doing that. I know you guys enjoy that too. However, I have already picked the next big canvas because I need it for my bedroom, and the sooner I get it done, the sooner my husband can learn how to make stretch canvas frames, and the sooner we can start getting some of this artwork up on the shelves. Right, so I am going to do this one just because it's all filled in. It's a nice, quick, easy one while I'm talking. So please, can I say it again? Thank you to all of you for supporting me over the last, not even just the last year, but especially over the last year when things have been so up in the air. Thank you for taking the time to continue watching, to continue commenting and liking and sharing and all of that good stuff, because I couldn't do any of this without you. I literally adore having my YouTube channel. It is something that brings me a great deal of pleasure. I think I just, like you say, I need to be a little bit less hard on myself and understand that sometimes I just need to have a bit of a break. And it's been lovely. It's been so nice getting up in the mornings. I've not had an alarm. Getting up in the morning and then sitting down with YouTube and just dotting. And where I used to get on YouTube and I would, you know, I'd watch Rebecca at Admiral Zest or Penny or whatever. I don't really watch. I honestly. And do you know what? I can remember seeing this said by Rebecca. Someone asked her the same question. She said, I really don't have time to watch people anymore. She's right. You don't. When you do get the chance to just sit diamond painting, the last thing you want to do is watch more diamond painting, I can promise. If you've done a run of a big run. I'm going to go across with these because it's doing my head in. So you will see these are mixed, but because it's a swoosh, I use my common sense. Is it going to matter if that swoosh has a couple of different colours in? Absolutely not. Didn't do that very well. So I'm just picking up what I'm picking up. It is, you know, picking up what it is. It's fine. And kind of the maximum is 6, because that's what my head, what my multi-place from my pen is. But that can go quite quickly. And this is why I love leaving the large amounts till later on, because I can just, you know, fill it in as I'm going. So I think I'm going to leave this here. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please do, if you are interested in following along with the conversion project, please look for #DIYDP. I will also have the hashtag of DIYDP weekly. If you are wanting to watch these particular videos, I'm going to try and get at least one up a week. The ideal would be to have it go up on a Friday. I don't know why a Friday, I just feel like that would be good, but we shall see. So now I've done that bit, I'm going to tap on there. But yeah, it's quite exciting that this will be the last conversion video of 2024. So currently I have stitched 406 drills today. I've put I'm at 43.73% of my project, so I'm doing okay. By doing it weekly, hopefully I can get a little bit further on, because I've got some beautiful canvases, I've got some beautiful patterns, and now, you know, I'm getting to a point where the majority of my drills literally are Diamond Art Club or Syllabus. So I'm getting a lot more uniformity is the word. So thank you for joining me today. Please do look for #DIYDP weekly and #DIYDP24. You can see other videos in this range. If not, please just check out the other videos. There are unboxings, there are kitten ups. There will be more kitten ups to come. I will be back with you very soon. Thank you for joining me today. It is, as always, over and out. Oh, and before I go, if you could please like, subscribe, comment and share. It will help my channel grow so much. I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you for your time. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.